welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news for the week July 18 to July 24, 2008. denofgeek.com published an interview with Mark Millar in which he reveals more details on his ideas for a new Superman movie. Millar said, "I think the mainstream public, left and right, would go nuts for a Superman film right now. We'll keep you posted if anything comes of that." The Plain Dealer published an article about the screening of a Superman documentary titled Last Son by Case Western Reserve University professor Brad Ricker. Not many people know that the father of Superman creator Jerry Siegel was killed in a robbery at his Glenville haberdashery in the early 1930s. In Last Son, the murder is not only explored but solved. The documentary will be shown at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 26th at the Westfield Insurance Studio Theatre in the ID Centre. As part of the Ingenuity Fest, it will be shown again at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 27th. Earlier this month, the Upper Deck Company announced the release of their 2008 MLB A Piece of History trading cards. Superman fans will be interested to note that amongst the Piece of Hollywood memorabilia cards, there's one that contains a small piece of Superman's cape from Superman 3. Helen Slater was recently a special guest at the Super Mega Show and Comic Fest, and Don E. Smith Jr. wrote an article for the Superman homepage documenting her Q&A with the fans. You can check it out at the website now. Variety reported this week that Warner Brothers has acquired the rights to film an adaptation of the comic book Cape Shooters, with Bryan Singer on board as producer. Now, with Singer on board Cape Shooters as a producer only, it's unlikely this will have any effect on him directing the sequel to Superman Returns. However, it should be noted that no official announcement has been forthcoming by Warner Brothers in regards to the next Superman movie at this point in time. TVGuide.com spoke with Smallville executive producers Darren Swimmer, Todd Slavkin and Brian Peterson, who revealed details about new developments for Chloe, Clark's Kryptonian heritage and possible guest stars in Season 8. In regards to whether we'd see Clark Kent wearing his trademark dark-rimmed glasses this season, Swimmer said, "No, well, maybe, but it won't be in the way that you might expect." They also spoke more about the character of Davis Bloom, aka Doomsday. And speaking of Doomsday, Sam Witwer, who has been cast in the role, spoke with E! Online revealing that Doomsday is from Krypton, but that he's been in and out of foster homes on Earth all his life. He says he's a really nice guy who starts to lose large amounts of time due to blackouts where he can't remember where he's been or what he's done. Kristen Kruk, who plays Lana Lang on Smallville, was at the Capcom booth at the San Diego Comic-Con International on Thursday, where she chatted with fans and signed autographs. Kristen's appearance was not due to Smallville, but rather because of her role in the upcoming film Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Lastly, over at Entertainment Weekly, Michael Osiello reveals some interesting Smallville spoilers with revelations about Clark possibly flying this season, info on when Kristen Kruk will return in Season 8, and developments on Clark and Chloe's friendship. Smallville Season 8 premieres in the US on Thursday, September 18th. Sterling Gates, the new writer set to take over the Supergirl comic book, was interviewed by NewsOK.com about his new job and what fans can expect of Kara Zor-El. Gates said, "Unlike Superman, she can make some pretty drastic mistakes. She does things that Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman don't approve of, and to me that makes her more human." His first issue of Supergirl is issue number 34, scheduled for release in October. DC Comics released their October 2008 solicitations. We presented for you all the Superman-related comics and merchandise listed in those solicitations. Of special note was the Superman New Krypton Special number 1, which is touted as the formal launch of the Superman event that's been years in the making. Look for this new Krypton story to continue on in Superman 681. Comic books we reviewed this week were Trinity number 7 was reviewed by our own Trinity of reviewers, Jeffrey, Neal and Barry, with 2 of the 3 guys giving it a 1 out of 5, while the third rating was a 2 out of 5. While Neal Bailey reviewed Tangent Superman's Reign number 5, giving it a 4 out of 5 rating, saying, "Still very novel, very interesting." Superman comics shipping this week from July 23rd include Justice League of America number 23, Super Friends number 5, Superman 678, Trinity number 8, and Elseworlds Red Sun action figure box set. USA Today has published an interview with artist Jim Lee, who discusses his involvement creating the upcoming DC Universe online video game. While Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940 Superman radio series, this week he looks at the Clan of the Fiery Cross, a famous story that saw Superman go up against a racist mob very similar to the Ku Klux Klan. And that's all the Superman related news for the week July 18 to July 24. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Wow! Did you see The Dark Knight? Whoa! Whoa! And dude, his face is on top! And he does the eyes and then the whoa. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, I'm the Batman. I only have two critiques to that movie. The part in the beginning where he's, fighting the goons, that was kind of lame. And then when Harvey Dent turns himself in, he stands up and he goes, I am the Batman! Take the Batman into custody! I expected when the police came over that Harvey Dent would turn around and go, would you like to fly with the Batman? But anyway, point being, The Dark Knight rocked! It was good! I've seen it twice already, and I intend to see it 2 or 3 more times because of the layers in that film. So an obvious comparison, let's look at Superman Returns and compare it to The Dark Knight. No! Wrong! Look at Batman Begins and compare it to Superman Returns. Both are decent movies, and they don't get off the ground, really. They just they tell a good story. They don't say anything new about the character. They're just good archetypical stories about that character. Okay, you don't like the kid. Okay, you don't like that he killed Ra's al Ghul. They're just movies. Decent movies. Take them or leave them. The Dark Knight elevates it. Hopefully, the Man of Steel will do the same thing. That's the hope I bring from The Dark Knight. We'll see if Bryan Singer can pull it out. If not, no doubt the trolls are going to speak up on the internet anyway, and I'm ready for you guys. I've got a bazooka and a truck that says slaughter is the best medicine. And I'm the Batman.